So savoury bread pudding, I want to use this stale focaccia that I've got left over. This was made with a stone milled flour, making this beautiful dark colour. But it is quite stale now, so it's time to use it up. So I'm going to cut it into cubes and I'm going to make a savoury bread pudding with it. Okay, so I've cut it into cubes. There's about 400 grams of bread here. In fact, when I weighed it, it was 388 grams. Whatever crust or bread that you have available is fine for this, okay? So if you've got more, if you've got less, don't worry about precise measurements of your bread. The whole thing is about using up the bread that you have. I have made a tomato sauce and I will make a separate video showing you how I made this tomato sauce. It is a chopped onion, 2 cloves of garlic chopped, a tin of tomatoes, some dried oregano, salt and pepper, and it's the onions and garlic were cooked to translucent, the tomatoes were added, and then it was cooked slowly for about 15 minutes to get that lovely thick consistency. The bread is going to go into here now and get mixed through with the tomato sauce. That through with the tomatoes. This, how I describe this, is a little bit like a cross between a souffle and a pizza. I mean, really, could you get any better than that? So, oh, that really smells good. When that's mixed through, I'm going to boost the pizza-ness of it by adding some black olives, green olives, and a spoonful of capers. They are my favourite. And then in here I have a 300 milliliter pot of cream and 3 eggs. Now if you don't have cream, I just happen to have some that was near its use by date, so I've used that. But you can use milk, okay? So don't worry if you haven't got cream in the fridge. This recipe is all about what have you got in the fridge. So I'm just gonna pour that into there as well. Makes a gloriously custardy, beautiful, rich bread pudding. It's not low on calories, I'm afraid, but it's delicious on flavour. So it's up to you. You could add in some chopped fried bacon, some chorizo. You could add in some harissa paste. You could add in some pesto. Oh, glorious. All of those options, okay? Now, when I've made this before, I've used feta. You could add any cheese that you have in the fridge. I've got some grated mozzarella that is left over from a course I did, so I'm going to use that. So give that a mix through, make sure that cream and eggs are well distributed around the bread. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to cover it, I'm going to pop it in the fridge and allow it to sit for several hours, because we're now at lunchtime. I don't want this until tea time, okay? So I'm going to let that bread soak up all that delicious tomatoey, creamy egginess, okay? What I'm going to do before then is cover it with a little smattering, or a big smattering in fact, of mozzarella, that beautiful stringy cheese. Okay. Now I had salt and pepper in the tomato sauce, okay, but if you feel that you need more salt, more pepper, please do add it. I've got capers in there, olives in there. The focaccia has got salty topping on it, so I'm going to leave that, and then people can add more salt at the table if they like. But there you go, that's now going to sit. I'm going to cover it well in cling film and I'm going to pop it in the fridge, and it's going to sit there for a couple of hours. You could bake it straight away and it would be fine, but I'm just going to let that bread soak up those delicious custard juices. Here it is, straight out the oven. I've had to quickly sneak it up here before I serve it for dinner. So I'd best be quick. But here it is, beautiful crispy bits on top, lovely soft cheese. And then hope you can see underneath this gorgeous soft texture. Lovely. So it's like a sort of bread pudding pizza. I'm kind of trying to piece it together now before the family realise I've messed with it. So I hope you'll make it with any bits of leftover loaf that you have at home.